Okay guys, today is the day. I am going to get some paint on these walls. I'm going to start changing something on the inside of this camper other than just fixing broken stuff. So I've got the drawers built, the stand's drying. I'm going to paint the outside of them later. I need to prep some stuff first. So that's what we're going to dive in and do. We're going to get some of this stuff. We're going to get the doors off of the cabinets. We're going to get the curtains and the curtain rods out. We're going to get the bed out of the way. This flooring's coming up. This flooring was a pretty good job. They did a good job, the previous people, but it's coming up. We've got new flooring we bought for this entire camper. So that's coming up. In fact, they put this quarter round down on the ledge, and that door that covers up the water pump area, that door does not fit on right now because of that quarter round. So we're going to do something different. Same goes for the panel. That's why that's not been on. So we're going to get some stuff prepared. It's going to be bared down for a little bit, and then we're going to start building back up. So let's get going. Okay guys, I'm gonna pause what I'm doing and chime in with you here for a moment, and then I'll get back to work. I'm not overly concerned, but once I pulled up that flooring, you know, then I could definitely smell a little bit of moisture, a little bit of a mildewy smell. So I was like, I better check underneath, see what we got going on. And this is all insulation. This flooring is, you know, the floor we have. I know that's a redundant word, but this is where all the moisture was at. You guys have watched the videos with me about changing out the water pump, fixing some water leaks, and these lines, this is where most of the water was coming from. This is a newer piece of wood, so there's not really any damage to it, but I am going to get some either bleach or bleach spray or cleaner of some kind that'll kill, you know, mold and mildew. And I'm just gonna treat all this stuff. I am also gonna caulk, and so I'm gonna do those two things and leave for a few hours, and then I'll lay that floor piece back down, and I'm okay with that, and I should be ready to paint at that point. So this is the insulation. So what you're seeing there is very clearly, like, I don't know what that part is. It's like a metal piece. So what you're seeing there is the previous owners replaced the flooring back in the bedroom here, and this is probably the original insulation. And as they ripped it up, it was sticking to that insulation. The wood was. It was obviously rotted. There was still obviously some water leaking after the fact, and I mean, we know that there was some water leaking whenever I came along and replaced the water pump and stuff. So I have stopped the water leaks. We've been camping, didn't see a single leak anywhere, had the pump on for like 2 days straight. But I am going to treat all this, do some bleach and stuff. As far as this piece of wood goes, it's solid. So I'm going to treat the surface of it. I'm not going to stress over it, and you know, hopefully it kills everything that's underneath here. It should, and we'll move on. The floor felt solid. Of course, and maybe they did that on purpose. Those are the thicker, you know, flooring, rigid planks. We're using like the vinyl type is what I plan on putting in, and they might have done that so it made it more rigid and stable and you didn't feel any squishiness at all. I don't know, but either way, I'm not throwing those away just yet in case I change my mind, but I'm not planning on using them. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay guys, it is finally time. Let's get some paint on these walls. Let's start. The paint we went with is Pittsburgh Revolution. No, I did not do 10 years of research and scour the 7 seas and talk to 473 different painters to find out what the best paint on the planet was. What I did do is go to Menards, which happens to be my favorite hardware store, lumberyard, whatever you want to call it. I looked at their little map thing. They have all their paints they have in Menards, and they list them. And this is the one that was supposedly the best rated for durability, washability, stain resistance. Those things were all important as we're going to be in a camper. Dirt is probably going to be a little bit more of a reality than in your house. And also, it was highly rated for one coat coverage, which, you know, I'm a slap it on and move on type of guy, for better or for worse. So, in short, according to Menards, this is the highest quality paint they have. That's what I went with. So, if you know, I didn't do all that research. I'm not a paint professional. And you know what? I bet you that it goes on the wall. And I bet you that it has a color to it. So, let's get started. Okay guys, so it may be hard to tell, but this is what we look like after coat 1. I'm not gonna lie, for the paint I bought, I'm slightly disappointed. It did say it had excellent one coat coverage. I know I was going with a dark to a light. But you know, so it is what it is. I guess I just hoped for a little bit more. Now, if I go with coat 2 and it's not done, if it takes 3 coats, then I will be pretty disappointed. And then I'll kind of, you know, disapprove of the paint choice we made. Either way, I'm gonna leave this alone. I got things to go do. I don't think I'm gonna record coat number 2, which will be either tonight or tomorrow, hopefully, just because I'm not gonna subjugate you guys to just hours of me rolling paint on. So yeah, we'll see what happens after the second. All right, guys. So you might have been thinking earlier that the camper was gonna be pretty boring when I was painting that Vanilla Love color. Well, it's really going to be about the accents, I believe. That's what's going to make this camper. So this is called Blue Tang. This is the secondary color we're using. I'm real excited about it. I love it. All these cabinet doors, the door to our fuse box, the drawers that I built today, but of course the front face plate of them was already still in there. Yeah, so we're going to get these painted up. We're prepped. We're sanded down. Just a real quick scuff. So whatever, let's just get it painted. Blue Tang, everybody. So this Pittsburgh paint is definitely not one coat, because this was a dark color going over top of a lighter color, and I absolutely need another coat still. So the one coat thing is not happening here, that's for sure. Either way though, the color I'm loving, and I can't wait to see this job done as a whole. This is going to do it for tonight. I'm going to try to get that second coat on the walls tomorrow morning, and we'll see what happens from there. Okay guys, everything's nice and dry now. It's time to get some hardware back on these. I went out, bought almost the exact same setup and style of hinges. Just keeps it simple. I know they'll work. I know where they'll fit. The ones I got are a little darker, and of course are not painted over. So yeah, let's just get these guys on. I also have some new closing, locking mechanisms if I should need them for the drawers that weren't keeping shut, unlatched on their own. Now we decided for the knobs to all of this stuff, rather than just buying generic and a whole bunch of the same, we decided to go to Hobby Lobby and get some weird quirky ones. And we're going to mismatch everything. We don't have two that are alike. We do have a few of the generic ones for some of the rooms. But anyway, so I think I'm going to use these two for a couple cabinets. I am putting these slightly larger washers that I have on there as well, just to make sure that it doesn't strip through the hole. Putting cabinets back together stinks. So much harder than you think it should be. So much nuisance. It's not even back far enough. Okay, let's see. Man, come on. How many times can I drop the screw? Oh, you're way, way, way high. That's cool, dude. Okay, guys, I did want to show you that I had to get off camera for a minute, but I did get this one. I actually had to pull the other one all the way off. It wouldn't come out, and it stripped the screw, but I had an extra, so we're good to go. Hey, one door back on. Looks in line. Yeah, what do you know? Okay. Boom. Boom. Now let's get this one. Even though it's a totally different setup, I am using the spots where the previous latches were at. They were tied into the handle. And I mean, the mechanism was messed up, but at least I know my height there, because I have some screw holes here where my new knob is at, and obviously this hole here. So while it doesn't mean it's a perfect lineup right away, it is helping me, guiding me at least on height, and it's a lot easier to find exactly where to put these in with that. And with this type, obviously if it's sticking all the way out here, the door's not going to close, so I've got to get it pretty much pushed in. This closet door actually did not close. It did not lock before. It did not secure or, you know, have a closer. It had the mechanism, but it was broken. So they actually had like a screw or a nail through just a little latch on the outside. It was less than ideal. Will it shut? Awesome. Okay guys, I'm very happy with where we're going, where we're at right now. I think that this bedroom is beginning to look a lot better. We still have trim. We're going to put some trim around. It's going to add more of this blue accent color. We are going to probably put up a door frame. Definitely put a header on here. a false header. So we have some curtain. We're going to be making curtains. We have curtain rods to put in here, but I'm loving the colors. I'm loving this blue tang. I enjoy the idea that my wife had of the unique individual doorknobs. We just haven't put them in yet. Brand new LED lights for the whole thing, so that's why this one's still hanging down. We're gonna be putting in a new LED light. So yeah, this I think things are coming along. Pretty excited. We've got a little bit more finishing work to do in this bedroom. Of course, we got a whole camper left. We got a bathroom, kitchen, the front dining area. We got a lot of work left to do. So stick around, come back, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys.